All right, what is up, you guys? Welcome to episode 1 of Technical Throwbacks. Okay, so basically, it's going to be essentially an analysis of what happened, since the Monday, or in this case, Tuesday analysis, and kind of where we're going, what the outlook is, what happened, why it happened, etc. So with that, my name is Colio. This is my partner.
AP, what's up, guys?
And let's get on these charts. So GBP JPY is the first chart, you guys. Really quick, I actually want to point something out. The original analysis that it would head downwards. And last night, actually, let me pull up this screenshot here. Last night, the team over here at Axia caught a really nice move. We did an analysis, a little bit of a late night analysis here. And what happened was we set up a sell limit, right at 148.33 with the stop loss at 148.45. You guys hopped into that trade and it ran straight into profit overnight. Very tight stop. A bit of a risky trade, but because it was such a small, well-kept risk, we managed to put a slightly more aggressive position size on there, and the entire squad got about 8% growth on the account. So really good stuff. As you can see, I haven't updated the chart here. It is still dropping from this area here, even though it already went into profit. So let's get rid of that. Long-term outlook for GJ. Basically, let's kind of touch on what happened, okay? So the original analysis was that first we would see a move up into the 150s. Now, the reason why we kind of speculated that was due to a few different aspects that hit on ECB, that hit on euro, and kind of how everything sort of correlated, and just technically, right? Technically speaking, there was a possibility that this thing might break out and really might try and stop hunt that 150 level. Thankfully, it didn't. Right from here, we had a nice formation, nice evening star formation, and then we saw this thing fall, crossover, and then this thing it dribbled down, right? So what happened as of recent, though, is a lot of consolidation in these areas. Okay, so this was a big thing. Tripped a lot of people up. A lot of people thought, hey, it's heading up, and long and behold, we're watching this thing tank right now in front of our eyes. So if we hop on slightly higher time frame here, and really let's kind of remove some of this clutter. The shorter term profit target, we're looking at 147. Okay, so if you're not in this trade, position yourself to hop into this trade, and we'll throw out a couple signals here in a second. But next profit target, we're looking at 147, possibly 146.50. Okay, so in between those levels, so we're at 147.72 right now. If you manage to get a position, ride that through, right? So long term, this will be heading down because if we hop on the weekly chart, we see this thing broke, and we're looking at bearish movements. With that being said, we want to make sure that this first closes as a bearish week for additional confirmation, you guys, and then from there on, it's going to continue down, and we're going to see these additional profit targets down the line here get hit, and this is going to be an exciting moment. Okay, a lot of people got tripped up. You got to be cautious. You got to wait for the confirmations. And you really need to stay in your mental space. Okay, you have to stay in your zone, and you can't let other people's analysis really catch you off guard with your own original analysis. So that's a really big thing. But as you guys can see, rally is broken. So nice break here. Okay, we saw a retest. It grabbed the other EMA, and then it headed down. Okay, so really nice point, touch, grab, and then downwards movement. So the next objective is we're looking for a break of 147.42, and that will confirm that the next profit target is going to be down in the 146.40, 146.50 area. So be on the lookout for that. It might come faster than you might expect. GJ is definitely quite a mover. And with that, let's hop onto EURUSD. So euro. Exciting things happen here, okay? Not quite the exact prediction. The original prediction was that it would pop up just based on ECB. It would fake out at the 78.6 fib, and then we might see this thing head down from that area. Did not quite happen. This was the fib that we were projecting. Let's draw it out real quick. Awesome. Didn't quite get here, although that was the original assumption. So what happened was ECB actually came out negative, and I'll let JP touch on that. But we saw this thing head down. We saw a nice little formation pop up, bearish close, really big bearish close on this 4-hour candlestick here, and that was kind of the essentially confirmation of, hey, we're heading down. And from here on, what's wild is if we see it break these lows down at the 122.70, 122.80 area, we could be seeing potential downwards movement. And then we're going to be waiting for a break of 121.50. All right, break of that low. Once that pops off, we're looking at 120 as the longer term profit target. Alternatively, it can consolidate from here. So from here, it can move up, and we could see a tight squeeze before actually making another move higher. Now, personally, my bias is slightly more so to the downside as of now, but we're really gonna have to wait to see how this week closes and what really ends up happening. So that's it for Euro. We're gonna most likely see this thing drop a little bit lower, but otherwise, Euro USD, guys, stay safe with the trades. Always risk manage. That's one of the biggest things so many people struggle on and miss on, and that's really what it is. Technically analyzing it from a slightly shorter term time frame, potential entries would have been on the close of this. Okay, your entry would have been here, and then just kind of ride this puppy out. The next projected target, like I said, is going to be down in this 121.74 area. Otherwise, we're looking at, let's pull this up. We're looking at 122, okay, roughly the 122 level. So currently at 123, we could see another 100 pips go through by the end of tomorrow. So be on the lookout for that. Alternatively, once again, it can consolidate as well. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and throw it back over to JP here, and he can kind of hit on some of the fundamental aspects that we're expecting, not only for tomorrow, but some of the stuff that happened, what happened, why it happened, etc.
Okay, guys, what's up? Let's start with the euro versus dollar. So what Cody said, we experienced the recent bearish movement on the euro just because of ECB, right? Basic thing, like easily explained. The only thing that happened was that so Draghi, which is one of the governors of the ECB, wasn't as hawkish as they expected. Okay, so the thing is, he was expected to say some stuff, and he didn't say those things, right? So people expect things, and the market prepares for certain things being said and done. And when things happen that they did not expect, you get a reaction, which is called sentiment, and that then moves the market. So even though nothing bad happened in the meeting, the only thing that happened was stuff that wasn't good enough, right? And because it wasn't good enough, we experienced the bearish movement on the euro. Okay, so basic thing is the ECB is focusing more on inflation than they are on anything else, right? And they cut some stuff they were doing that were, empowering the euro. Basic stuff, right? So I'm just covering it on like the basics of it. So if they're looking at inflation, they're gonna focus on inflation. That means that any CPI data coming out for the euro is important from this moment on until that changes. So until that sentiment, until that prediction, so what they forecast changes. Okay, so we're gonna experience the next fundamental event for the euro is this coming night, which is like we're gonna get that at 3 a.m. So 3 a.m. Friday morning, which is in a few hours. You're gonna get the German, sorry, not the German, 6 a.m. in the morning. So 3 a.m. you got the German WPI, and then 6 a.m. in the morning you got the final CPI, which is the whole euro area. Okay, CPI is an indicator for inflation, right? It's the consumer price index, so it's the prices that consumers pay for most of their stuff. What is expected is no increase, right? It's expected, the previous one was 1.2, the expected one is 1.2, and probably the actual will be 1.2, right? Because they really stress on having those numbers accurate, okay? So that's for the coming events for the Euro. So like Kolio said, is riding this puppy out until the 121.6 area, which is our target area, right? And from there we have to reanalyze and take it from there. If we now go hop on to GJ, so the pound versus the yen. So this week, relatively a really quiet week for the pound. The yen did have some news events coming out, of which last Tuesday, 12:30 a.m. in the morning, we experienced really negative news for the yen, right? So that caused it basically to rise from where to drop from where it is. So the yen taking over, and from that point again, on that same Tuesday at 8:30 in the morning, we had the Great Britain pound annual budget release. And that's basically the only red folder for this week for the pound, and that also came in not as good as expected, right? It came in good, but not as good as expected. Okay, so that's basically the main driver for the pound this week, causing it to drop further. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, those are basic fundamentals, right? In our course, we talk a lot more about fundamentals and technicals that cover these things that will make you understand everything, and that will make you be able to react to the news events coming out, and also to react to the technicals you see on the chart in front of you. Okay, so that's basic technicals, which is a technical throwback, yeah, from what happened from the Monday to Friday, basically Thursday today. So stay tuned. Next week, Monday, we'll be back, and new forecasts will be made, new predictions, and new trades will be called, man. You don't want to miss it.
Sounds good. Awesome. All right. Yep. Every Monday, you guys, Market Mondays, and every single Thursday, we have technical throwbacks. Thursdays, one or the other. But with that, we'll see you guys soon. Have an awesome rest of your week. Grow those accounts up. Trade. Manage your risk. Okay. Trade profitably. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the little bell button. Get notifications. And we'll see you guys soon.